What's up with you? For today's video, we're the full Timburr evolution team. Foxfire, this one is for you. So we've got Timburr, Girder, and Conkeldurr, right? That's 3 Pokemon. Now, to even the numbers up a little bit, I use the normal forms and I use the shiny forms, right? If you do want your own custom theme team or Pokemon sweep, you can become a Patreon at patreon.com/PimpKnight. The link is in the description of the video, and let's get into these battles. Now, I shall be live streaming probably right now when you see this video, so if you want to watch this one and come check me out on Twitch afterwards, maybe give that a go, or maybe you can watch my stream and watch this video at the same time, hearing my voice twice. Alright, so we got a battle lead. This one was against Braden, and we got a Bravery lead, so I was very scared of this, right? So this is a counter, protect, low sweep, superpower Timburr. We got max attack, nature, and we got max speed, right? I've got the focus sash as the item here. So I was expecting a physical move, but before I did that, I was like, okay, let's go for protect and let's see what the Bravery is going to do. And instead of going for an attacking move, it went for Leah. Leah Bravery, only on PimpKnight's channel, right? So it's going to go for a lead here, dropping the defense of my Timburr. Now, Timburr doesn't really have the greatest defense, in the world anyway. So I went for counter there, hoping they go for a physical move. Then they went for a rock tomb. Their rock tomb is not very effective. They must have done it on purpose. So, after seeing my counter, right? So I went counter on the rock tomb. Obviously, it only did a bit of my health, so I wasn't able to one-shot them. Now they're going to go for another Leah. I actually went for superpower here because I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose. I might as well go for an attacking move, right? Superpower is going to hit very hard, and the Bravery is going to go down. I've got no idea why that was called Specs for. Unless because it was like using Leah. I think that's like the only thing I could, think of that, nickname there. Anyway, so the next Pokemon is Dragapult, 2 for flinching. And now it goes for Astonish, and it takes me out with an Astonish. Astonish Dragapult, people, only on PimpKnight's channel. Man, these are some hot memes here. Now, the next Pokemon we got is the Gurdurr. Now, this Girder set was a Facade Protect, Close Combat, and Knockoff set with Guts, right? Firstly, we're going to go for Protect there, throw that up, and the Dragapult's going to go for another Astonish. So that, okay, I can live an Astonish easy, right? Now, I've got the Flame Orb as the item, and we're going to activate the Guts here. So, on this team, I had a couple of decent sets because, let's face it, on the special side, the Timburr evolution side isn't really the greatest, right? Now we got the Dragapult swapping out there, and now we got the Haxorus coming. So I went for knockoff, does a lot of damage there, getting rid of the throat spray on the Haxorus. So it must have been a special Haxorus, right? Now Haxorus is going to go for a Drake or Meteor, right? This I know is going to hit me fairly hard, just purely off the base power of the move. Almost takes my Girder out, and we're going to be going for just a close combat or any type of move to take out the Haxorus. So I went for the Facade in the end, which is going to be boosted by the Flame Orb and the Guts, and bye-bye Haxorus. So things are going pretty good at the moment. I've got Timburr down, but I've got Girder on a little bit of health, so maybe I might be able to take one more out, and then maybe not. So out comes the Charizard, called 100% hack because it's a shiny, and it's going to take me out with the Ember, not the Ember Charizard. This team is just full of memes right now. Now, the next Pokemon I'm going to be swapping in here is my Conkeldurr. Now, Conkeldurr on the special side is very limited. We got Focus Mist, Grass Knot, Round, and that's about it. Some very difficult moves to use on this set right now. I've got a Throat Spray Conkeldurr, right? But we have the Como swap here with a Soundproof. What? You wouldn't read about it, so I got to saltily swap out here and go into my other Girder. Now, the bad thing here was, right, my opponent took advantage of me swapping here, and they went for a Scummy Assault. Pretty much it's basically like Ancient Power, but you just lose a bit of health, and you get a guaranteed +1 in every stat. Now, the problem about using this move is the opponent could actually add Throat Spray as well, which is going to give them an additional special attack boost, right? And I was very scared of this. Now, this Girder set is a max health, max special defense, Everlight set. That is the only reason why I lived the attack from the Como here. So we got Bulk Up, Ice Punch, and Drain Punch. That's a Rest Sleep talking set pretty much there. And we got another Clanging of Souls here, and down goes my Girder. But man, this thing is really scary. I got to end this, and I got to end it fast. Obviously, their attack is dropping their stats, so I can make use of it with a priority move. Now, one of the few priority moves this Pokemon gets is Mach Punch, right? And this is my sweaty Conkeldurr set. We got Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Assault Vest as the item. max health and max attack. This set works very, very well across the board, right? Firstly, we're going to get rid of the big threat there, the Conkeldurr, and it's going to go down to a Mach Punch. So I'm happy to get rid of that Pokemon. Now, in comes a Charizard. I was scared of any sort of flying type move, and now we're going to have a G-Spot Charizard. Now, I was thinking, right, maybe they'll go for a G-Max Wildfire Ember, right? You got to watch out for that sometimes. And it's not the normal Charizard, it's the shiny Charizard, right? You don't see this one too often. And also, you don't see a non-G-Max Charizard. This is just a normal Charizard, right? And of course, it's hack, right? So now we got the Charizard going for a Max Flare, and that's going to not do too much damage to me because I got the Assault Vest and I'm running Max Health. Now, the bad thing is, the next Max Flare will do a fair bit of damage to me because there is a Sun Upper field. Now we're going to go for an Ice Punch there. Ice Punch is a clean 3-hit KO if I can get 3 crits in a row, right? But I was very, very doubtful about that. Now here comes another Max Flare on my Conkeldurr, so 2 more is going to be enough to take me out here. Go for another Ice Punch, and I need 2 more to take the Charizard out here, right? Now Charizard is going to go for a 3rd Max Flare. This one almost takes me out. I live on 7 health, which is very, very close. We're going to go for yet another Ice Punch, and Charizard is going to be out of its Dynamax. I guess the good thing here is my opponent did waste their Dynamax, and they weren't able to take me out. So I went for the Mach Punch here. However, we got the Dragapult coming in here. I was actually a little bit worried that might happen. I almost went for an Ice Punch there on the swap, and I regret that I didn't. But just in case the Charizard, did attack me, I was obviously went for that move. So Conkeldurr is going to go down there. I can't outspeed the Dragapult, and I can't really swap either. Now, this Pokemon I'm really, really going to struggle against, right? Because I've lost all my Ice Punch and my knockoff from my other Pokemon. Now we're down to the special Conkeldurr. I tell you what, this is bad. I can't hit it with Stab. I've got Grass Knot, Hyper Beam around. I can't do anything but Grass Knot. So I'm forced here to not only go for Dynamax, but go for a Max Overgrowth against the Dragapult. Now, coming off Conkeldurr's special attack, it's not going to be pretty. And I wasn't even able to get like a Throat Spray off with the round right because I got denied earlier on by the Coma right. So going for the Dynamax Conkeldurr here, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to do maybe a critical hit. If I can get that grassy terrain up, I might be able to get, some lucky good damage or a crit or something. I was so worried. So here comes the Astonish. It's not going to do astonishing amounts, but it's probably going to do more than my attack's going to do. So firing some seed down on my nose, and it actually does pretty good damage on the first one, considering coming off Conkeldurr's special attack and it not being very effective. Now we got the grassy terrain on the field. I'm starting to get a little bit hopeful here, because if I can hit this thing with 3 solid hits, I almost might be able to take it outright. The thing that worries me is afterwards, when I'm going to have to go for Grass Knot outside of Dynamax. It can tell you what, it's not going to be pretty at all. So here comes a Dragon Dance. Doesn't really do too much damage either. We're going to go for yet another Max Overgrowth on the Dragon Ball. So obviously this one does a lot more damage than the first one. Considering, like, when I say a lot more than that first minute amount of damage. So I've got to do that 2 more times at least. I really, really need a critical hit. So here comes another Dragon Dance. It's obviously going to do very minimal damage to me still. I've got max health and max special attack, modest nature on this Conkeldurr. So I'm pretty thick, right? Very, very thick with those big old cinder blocks there. So going for my 3rd and final attacking move on the Dragapult, and of course it's not going to be very effective. Now my other Pokemon in this line, which is going to be the other Timburr, right? That doesn't have any way to hit it on the special side either. In fact, they're very, very similar sets because they only have I think it's only got like 4 or 5 special moves. So here comes another Astonish. They're trying to scumbag flinch me, and they get a crit instead. I'm like, okay, and you know what? I'll accept the crit, not a flinch, right? So go for Grass Knot, and wow, the damage is not looking good. Like, grassy terrain is almost healing back half the damage that I'm doing, right? And I need the grassy terrain, for some extra power boost, right? So here comes another Astonish. They're trying to take me out with an Astonish Dragapult, and I'm going to go for yet another Grass Knot here. Like, how does Grass Knot even hit the other Pokemon? Like, the grass comes up in front of them, right? And it knots, but it doesn't actually hit them. It's strange. Like, it doesn't make contact. Like, you think that the grass comes underneath them and then hits them. I don't know, like, that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe they just did that for aesthetics so you could see the move. Anyway, Dragapult is going to swap out, and Charizard's going to come in. I'm like, uh-oh, Charizard lives it, because obviously it's like a quad resist. Now it's going to go for an Ember, and another one of my Pokemon is going to get taken out by an Ember Charizard, and it was a crit too. Man, I'm getting trolled so hard at the moment, but it continues. So my last Pokemon here is Timburr. This is a Choice Spec set, and it's got very, very similar moves to Conkeldurr. So we got Focus Mist, Grass Knot, Round, and Snorer, just in case I'm put to sleep. Now, I think thinking like their last Pokemon, okay, I know they've got Dragon Ball. I can't take that out. No way I'll be able to take it out with Grass Knot. I know they've got two other Pokemon that can be hit by Focus Mist here, right? So let's go for the Focus Mist, lock myself in. They don't know that I've got Choice Specs either, but I sort of know, right? So go for that Focus Mist. It's going to land there. Ember does a lot of damage, by the way, and 100% hacked is going to finally go down. So I thought, okay, they're probably going to bring back their Dragapult again. I might be able to Battle Live, but it doesn't matter. I can't use, Focus Mist. And their last Pokemon that was to be revealed was a Dialga called Broken OP. I'm like, oh, what is this set going to be? And it's another Pokemon with Rock Tomb. They're trying to disrespect KO me the whole match. Now, the good thing here, right, other than holding a big old piece of wood, Focus Mist is going to land on the Dialga, and it absolutely melts it in one shot. So, obviously, now they know that I'm definitely running Choice Spec, right? Dragapult is the last Pokemon here. I can't do anything to it, but you know what? I took that Dialga out, and I was very happy about it. Now, my opponent was actually very mean here. They knew I couldn't hit them, so what they deliberately went for beat up, and they're trying to make me struggle here, right, because it's only doing a little bit of damage. So I was getting trolled super, super hard here. Now the thing was, right, do I have enough PP to actually, get down to the struggle, or I'm going to faint first? And unfortunately for them, I'm not going to struggle, so they didn't get their struggle wish, but I am going to get the L here. Thank you for the battle, Brady, you troll. I tried so hard, people, but I got countered so hard by the Dragapult. And I hope you enjoyed the first battle. There's some wacky sets out there like Ember Charizard. I think that took me out twice there. That was just mean. The poor Timburr team. Okay, let's get on to the second battle. This one's against I'm Ran. I think this was on the this one was on the Wirecom, right? But there was equally some very interesting sets out there, right? Now, the first Pokemon they got is Iron Man, which is a Scissors. I'm like, okay, Scissors, that's cool. I've got my Timburr as a lead this time. Now, this was the counter Timburr. So, like, okay, firstly, let's go Protect. Sometimes you got to use Projection, right? So, instead of going for a physical move, they went for Bug Buzz. I'm like, oh, come on. We just have a physical move here. So, I'm thinking, okay, they've got Bug Buzz. I wonder if they got Throat Spray as their item to boost, Scissors' subpar special attack, right? So going into my Girder, they went for the Bug Buzz. Obviously, it's going to do fairly minimal damage to me, being not very effective. However, Scissors got the boost there on the special side. So it's like, okay, wonder what other special moves they have, right? Now, I've got that Flame Wall up. I can go for a close combat. They've got Vacuum Wave. That's really, really cool. I just went for close combat for some damage. Does a lot of damage there to the Scissor, almost taking it out here. Now I'm thinking, okay, I've dropped my defenses here. Scissors going to hit me pretty hard. I'm probably going to almost go down to a Bug Buzz here. What should I do? Then they went for a Mimic. I was like, what? They're going to mimic my close combat? I just went for knockoff here, and that was enough to take the Scissor out. But I think I probably badly would have lived a Bug Buzz, but I think Flame Orb would have taken me out there. So, Bug Buzz and Mimic Scissor only on Pipnight Shadow. That was pretty cool. Now, the next Pokemon I got here is the Hulk, and it's a shiny Machamp. Now, this is going to go for a Fire Blast here. It's like the old Machamp I used to use. I called it like John Cena, but, whenever I sent it out, there was nothing on the screen. Anyway, so go for a close combat there. Machamp is going to live on a tiny bit of health again, so I can't get any KOs at the moment. And the burn is going to take Girder out. At least I did some good damage to Machamp, right? I like shiny Machamp. I guess the green suited, right? Mate, do you reckon its jock should be green or not? Anyway, so back into the Timburr here. We're going to go for a Focus Mist. I want to see if this has got no guard or not. I'm assuming so. So they're going to go for Fire Blast. I'm probably thinking their choice. Otherwise, I would have gone for their own fighting type move there. Then it critted me. I'm like, I don't think so. That should have done a little bit more damage. So go for the Focus Mist, and Machamp is going to be going down. However, it's got a Focus Band as the item. I'm like, no, not again. Now they're going to go for a Mega Kick. What even is this set? So I'm getting trolled hard again. So another Timburr goes down. Timburr! You chop the tree down and you say Timburr. So going into my Conkeldurr here, Machamp's going to go for yet another Fire Blast. And I was like, okay, I can just take this out with any move. So going for the round here, getting my Throat Spray out, right? And the unthinkable happens again. Machamp's Focus Band activates twice in a row. Now, it's only got a 10% chance to happen. So that was very, very lucky. I was like, man, I hope I can take this out with that Focus Band kicking like another, 200 times. So there's another Fire Blast there. Go for the Grass Knot Disrespect KO, and I get Machamp of the Jocks that time, and it's going to be going down. So, man, that was crazy. I think the most I've ever got myself personally with Focus Band, I think I got 3 or 4 in a row. That's my most ever. So in comes a Bravery, another Bravery. I'm like, what is this set going to be this time? So I go for Focus Miss. It was my only option here. I felt that it would do like a lot of damage with a +1 there, even with Conkeldurr's, average special attack run. So I was waiting a little while for them to make the move. Then they went for a round. I'm like, oh, maybe they got Throat Spray themselves. Another Throat Spray set. But they didn't. So go for the Focus Miss here. I didn't think it'd take it out, but I knew that it would dent it really hard. And it lived on about the same amount of health as Mage Champ did last time. I'm like, what's going on here? So once again, I can just go for a round and take it out. That should be enough. And now we got we got another round here. This one does a little bit more than the last one. It takes me out. I was like, maybe they've got I don't know, maybe they got Metronome round or something like that. Some crazy set. So the next one I've got is my Girder, my second Girder, the shiny one. And this can pretty much easily start setting up with bulk up. But first, just in case something dicey happens, I want to take this out because round is going to be hitting pretty hard if it's the item I think it is, right? So it doesn't do a lot of damage to me there. I went for Ice Punch just in case they had Metronome or something funny like that. I didn't want to get trolled any harder than what was already occurring in this battle so far, right? So 3 Pokemon are down. Now the next Pokemon we got is the Thundurus, right? I was like, what is this set going to be? Some sort of electric type move, right? So I've got Ice Punch. I thought, well, Ice Punch is still going to hit very, very hard against this thing, unless they like Dynamax or they're running some sort of crazy bulk against me. I don't really know, right? But some sort of electric type move for sure. I felt like if it was a special move, I should be able to take it super, super easy. But instead of going for an electric type move, they went for Incinerate. I'm like, what? So that didn't do anything at all. It's a good thing I wasn't holding a berry, because that would, Incinerate actually incinerates the berry you hold. So it's like a troll move. So now they swapped out. I don't even know. Seriously, these 2 battles, I've got no idea what sort of sets they'll run. It was crazy. So now we got the Minchiao coming in here. Ice Punch does pretty good damage there, I've got to admit. I know some sort of fighting type move is coming away. Well, I'm going to assume some sort of fighting type move. And I just went for the Drain Punch here. So they go for close combat. I was like, okay. So Girder nearly goes down to that one. And the Minchiao's going to have a defense drop here, right? Now, we got a special defense drop too. And we got the life orb too. So that did a lot of damage. I went for the bulk up here because I thought, I might be able to live this attack, then go for Drain Punch afterwards. Unfortunately, Girder is going to be going down to the next hit here. I'm going to get outspared. It's not like I have any priority moves either. I went for Drain Punch, but I know they're going to be able to take me out. So another close combat from the Manshell there. I've got my Timburr left, and I've got one more Conkeldurr. So I thought, okay, I could go for a counter right here and counter their Pokemon. At least how to get rid of it, right? It could have regenerated too, so it might become a problem, the longer this battle goes on. So going to Timburr, I was like, okay, well, if all else fails, I can go for a superpower on one of the other Pokemon, so if this does fail. So go for the counter here. Here comes the close combat on the Timburr. Timburr is going to live one health there. The merch is available. And counter is going to be able to easily take out the Mienshao. And there's no more focus bands or anything like that, to stop it. It sort of reminds me of battle that I once had, right? I'm not sure. Maybe a real dedicated Pip Knight fan would probably know this, right? They've watched all the videos, or this particular video. It was a team that I did like a counter a Miracle team, right? And there was an Arceus that lived a counter and Miracle with a focus band. It's a very, very old video, but if you haven't watched it, you definitely should. It's a very, very amazing moment. The only time it's ever happened to me with a counter a Miracle, right? So in comes the Decidueye here. Well, as you can see, I've only got fighting type moves, so I had to leave the Timburr in here. I went for the low sweep there. I sweep for that ghost, and they're going to go for the Spirit Shackle. So Timburr's down. It's okay, though. I still have my Conkeldurr in the back. I feel like I should be able to get around the Decidueye, unless I get credit or they've got a flying type move like Brave Bird. But even so, if I Dynamax here, this will do a lot of damage to them in Recall, right? So I've got Mag Punch, Drain Punch, which are completely useless. I've got Ice Punch, and I've got Fire Punch here. I was running a bulky set, so I thought I might just be able to live this. And then they went for the Dynamax here. I was like, okay. They're definitely going to go for a flying type move. Any move's going to hit me very hard because I haven't gone for a Dynamax myself. But it all depends on what set they'll run. So far I've seen Incinerate Thundurus, so you never know what's going to happen, right? Then on the other spectrum, we've seen a close combat Mienshao. So I had no clue what was coming my way. So now they're going to go for a max overgrowth coming off some sort of like grass type move there. We've seen Spirit Shackle and we've seen like a grass type move now. So I'm not sure if they got a flying type move or not, but regardless whether they do or not, it does a lot of damage to Conkeldurr here. I can go for an Ice Punch, but I know it definitely won't take them out. I'm probably going to need like another couple of hits, right? So they're going to get some health back from the grassy terrain there. I have to Dynamax right now to be able to live the next hit, or that's game right. Now, I can go for a Dynamax, and I can go for either a Max Flare or a Max Hailstorm here. Either one of these moves, it will be doing, like, a lot of damage, right? The only bad thing, if I do go for Max Hailstorm, it will drop hail on the field, which will hurt me right now. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. So, going for that Dynamax Conkeldurr out here, and I want to see how big Conkeldurr's nose is when it Dynamax. Like, it already looks like looks like a big potato, or like a clown, you know, one of those clown noses they have there. So yeah, that's a big nose. It's almost as big as like, I think that's meant to be, I'm not sure on the back of it if that's actually meant to be part of it. Like, is that meant to be its hair at the back? Like, it's all like a little bun? I'm not sure. What is that anyway? Like the part of its head. So here comes the next Max Overgrowth. I'm able to live it just due to the Dynamax, right? So go for that Max Flare on the Decidueye. Since I'm in Dynamax, I've got a lot more base power, and the Decidueye is going to indeed go down there, which is very good. So we've got the sun up now. I can definitely go for a Fire Punch or Max Flare against the Thundurus too, which will, you know, be hitting pretty hard, right? And I was also wondering what move they were going to be going for too. I felt confident I could easily leave an electric type move here. I know they've got Incinerate, which will be powered up by the sun, so, you know, maybe they might opt to use that, but they're definitely not living my move, right? I know they'll outspeed me though, so it's going to be curious what they're actually going to use against me. So I've got Max Flare, got Max Hailstorm. Max Hailstorm is super effective. I decided to go for the Flare. Here comes the Incinerate, and it does not take me out. Go for the Max Hailstorm there and then. I thought, you know what, if I fail to take them out somehow, at least I'll get some hail damage. And the Thundurus is going to go down there. And that, my friends, is the second battle. Look, I'm going to be real with you. I've got no idea what both these players, like their sets were crazy. Like 1 minute, I was getting taken out by Ember and Astonish Pokemon. And the next minute, there was like a man shell with close combat and life orb. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed it, people. Peace out.